Welcome, dear chess friends, in a new lesson. And in this chapter, we speak about the Queen G4 lines. So dc5, e6. And White has a lot of Queen G4 lines, actually. 3 versions of Queen G4. One is Queen G4 immediately. Another version is Bishop C5, A3, Queen G4. Or Bishop C5, A3, Bishop C5, Queen G4. Or A3, Bishop C5, B4, Bishop E7, Queen G4. So 3 ways to play Queen G4 for White. So it's actually an interesting topic because a lot of interesting positions. But the main point is that after B4, if White plays B4 here, Bishop E7, Queen G4, this is probably the less good one for White because we can just play G6. And after Knight F3, we play A5, important move. And once White plays B5, Knight D7, and Black is doing fine. Then we play with the H5. You can see this in the file, of course. But this is the less dangerous one. So I wouldn't use too much time here because it's not about understanding, it's about watching the moves. And of course, you have everything well analyzed in the file. But Queen G4 is a very serious line. And here is a bit different thing because you need to play Knight E7. And here White has some moves. White can play B4 and then Queen takes G7, or Queen takes G7 immediately, or Knight F3. A lot of lines, concrete lines, but it's basically a memorization job for you. So all you need to do is to check the file, and everything is very well analyzed, and you just need to memorize here. So here, me or Alexei wouldn't be so useful like in the other Queen G4 version, so namely Queen G4 here. In my opinion, we're much more useful here because this move is more positional, and here understanding can make the difference. In the other version, you just need to memorize moves, yeah? So I would concentrate on this move in this video and trying to understand the ideas, because now it's not so easy to develop the pieces. The bishop on F8 is not so easy to develop it, yeah? So here Alexei can be very useful in my opinion. Welcome, Alexei.
Hello. Hi all.
So what do you think about Queen G4 lines?
Very interesting line, yes. And I played as Black after Queen G4. It was not easy to play because I forgot what I need to play. And it was a question, play H5 or not. But okay, now I can say for sure that we will play H5. It's not only move, but it's the best move. I played the H5 against Pankratov. He played Queen G3. And now I played, let me check. I played H4, yes, I played H4, it's correct. Queen G4. And now I played Knight H6, it's good. Yes, I played well, maybe I made a mistake in middle game, but I played well. Knight H6, Bishop H6, Rook H6. It was a rapid game. So, but my position after opening was good. Knight F3 he played, Knight C6. It's better for Black because after Bishop B5 he can play Rook G6, for example. And next move Bishop C5. We have 2 bishops and a lot of ideas. Rook on G6 stay well. But after H5, Queen G3 is not the best. The best move is Queen F4. Of course, he can play Queen D1 also, very deep move. And he wants to say that our pawn on H5 stayed worse than on H7. But I think we can play this pawn on H5 also. It's no problem with that. For example, we can play Knight C6. We can take pawn, but we can take pawn later. Maybe we can attack pawn. And after Bishop B5, now we will take on C5. Bishop on B5 stay not the best. Bishop on D3 stay better. And now, after castle, Knight E7. Okay, we play with pawn on H5, but with plus temp.
Yeah. Two tempi, no? Queen g4, queen d1.
No, I calculate it like one temp because
Because h5 you don't count.
h5 is temp. Yes,
Okay.
we have clear temp h5, clear temp, but h5 is not a temp. It's but
Okay.
it could be temp in future. But who knows? Is it plus temp or minus? But we have one plus temp for sure, according to my calculation. But you're right. Maybe if h5 will be good in future, yes. But now we can't say is it good or not. But our position is absolutely normal. He can't use h5 move. So queen g3 is not good, h4, but queen f4 is on the move. Bishop c5. I think here no need to play by knight because bishop c5 is necessary move. That's why we start from necessary move. Bishop d3. Bishop d3. It's most common move. If knight c3 or knight f, okay, knight c3, we can play knight c6, knight f3, or knight f3, knight c6, knight c3. Now we have very good options. Please don't forget it. I think it's important moment. If you play f6, it's very complicated position after queen g3. Maybe the most simple way, queen a5. Looks a bit strange. We want to play d4. Bishop d2 looks logical, and now queen b4. And we change queens. Without queens, our position absolutely normal. For example, he played queen b4, knight b4, rook c1. We continue development. No knight a7 because knight a4. Knight h6. And we just position. No problem here. Now h5 is usable move, as you see. If he play knight b5, it's another version of ending. We will take here. Okay, knight c7 is red, but any move is normal. King f8, king d7. Okay, king f8. And a6, just good position. Because it's always good position if you change queens. It's always good. No problem here. Because there's this ending where very popular line where in ending white change bishops, black color bishops, and after that it's also equal, but a little bit passive. Here we have bishops. With bishops, no problem for sure. That's why when I say it's equal, I compare French with our line. It's very similar. So if you change queens, black is okay. So
yeah, very practical choice. Queen a5, queen b4.
Yeah. Of course, you can analyze f6, but knight e7, but queen a5 is good for sure. Probably bishop d3 is most interesting move. We play knight c6, knight f3. Now we can't use idea with queen a5. And what to do? What to do? Very important moment. We will play f6. Knight b4 is not good. Just castle, knight d3, cd3. Maybe it's normal with pawn on h7, but with pawn on h5, it's very dangerous. We need to play for f6. But without preparation, of course, we can't play f6 because it looks very bad. Because he can check us, bishop g6, and what's that? Who played it? Grandmaster Fedosey played f6. And it's the most serious player who played f6 here. Yes, it's good. I think it's good recommendation for us. f6. If Fedosey, so strong player, played it.
So this key move in this chapter, we can say. Key move.
Yeah, f6. What idea? If he play castle, just castle, we have g5 move and our position with big advantage. Queen a4, g4. It's like my game against Rishuk, yes? Very similar. Okay, g5 is our threat. If bishop g6, king f8, thank you for check. And because after castle, knight e7, temp, bishop d3. We can play now very important moment. We will play knight e5, and what? Bishop d6.
Yeah, this is very important tactic.
Yes, very important. Without that, our position just bad. If rook e1, we play. Okay, we can play king g8, queen c7, more strong, and we won a pawn. No compensation here. Because king on f8 stay normal. No compensation. It's a very, very important line. No castle, no bishop g6. What to do? Queen g3 looks the best. The most logical move. Now, we have a choice. We can play king f8 or queen c7. Probably we can play queen e7, but we do not analyze it too much because queen c7 and king f8 looks more simple than queen e7. But maybe it's also options. King f8. He can't. If he go to castle, we have very good idea. h4. Very important move. Knight h4, knight e5. And our position is very good, of course. If he play ef6, it's the best. We take by pawn. Knight f6 possible, but it's too complicated. Knight f6, he play castle, or maybe knight h4, and after knight h4, we need sacrifice exchange. But it's full compensation. If he take our rook, knight g6, king g8, knight h8, e4. And white position is worse. It's good trap. I think it's very good trap because it's not clear that white is worse. Bishop e2, knight d4, bishop d1 looks very good for white. But after bishop g4, black is better. Very interesting line. c3, knight e5, only move queen e4, and now very brave move. Queen d7. Why brave? Because we will play without rook. After queen d7 is the best move. What idea? He can't go to castle. Why? He can go to castle. Because we take on d1, rook d1, and we will play knight g4, winning position. Morphy style.
Yeah.
If he play the best, after queen d7, the best move, knight g6, we can take on d1, king on the center, and now d4. Show me a lot of people who will like it for white.
Yeah, not easy to find.
It's not me for sure. It's not me for sure. Yes, well, of course, compensation is enough. Black is better. But queen d7, don't forget, because on the queen after queen d7 we are better.
What was white's mistake?
Yes, very interesting line, but why we do not play knight f6? Because we're afraid not knight h4. We're afraid castle. After castle, we also could play very interesting. We can use Morphy style, e5. After knight h4, e4, we are okay. Knight e5 is the best. h4. A very concrete line. Knight c6, hj, I hope we are okay. But we must be sure, of course. For example, knight c6, take, because we sacrifice material. King h1, impossible. Also good trap, because we play knight h5 and mate. Mate him. Mate or big advantage after g4. Winning position. g4, bishop g4. Rook f2 is necessary move. And now we can play king e7. Okay, what about material? I think we will have exchange up. And he will have some compensation. But our position not worse, at least. So it's also good. But why we do not play that? Knight e5, h4, because we're afraid queen e4. Knight g6, maybe not the best. King g8. Now, what to do? Queen f3, knight d4. Difficult to say what that. Black is okay according engine. But the best move is here. The best move queen f4. Bishop d6. Only good move. Bishop d6. We continue the fourth line. After knight c6, bc6. I hope we have enough compensation. After knight g6, engines say us that we have. It's not only my fault. Knight g6, king g8, and now queen a4, queen d2. I don't know what's the best. Maybe queen a4. Queen a4 stay well, more or less. And now rook h5. What's that? I don't know. I have computer opinion that it's playable, normal position, but
What is the valuation?
valuation around 0. But a bit afraid to play it because position is very complicated. For example, after bishop e2, what we will play? What we will play? Okay. It's a big question. King h7, rook h7? No. The best move is bishop f5. Okay. And but it's not all. If after bishop h5, knight h5, he can take on h4. And now we must play how? Bishop h2. For what? This no rook. b5. b5. If queen b5, we won. We won by knight d4 move. It's really Morphy style. But he can play queen b3. Knight d4 the best. Queen h4 probably possible, but not the best. Knight d4 the best. Knight f5, knight b3, and a b3, and it's starting position for play. But I want to play chess. No, I'm afraid to play so fourth line. Here, it's equal. After knight g3, king g3, rook a8. After g4, it's also equal. After queen e5, king g1, rook f8. But we have no material, but our position is equal. Rook a6 possible, knight c3, rook a5, but it's only draw.
Yeah, probably some perpetual, yeah?
Yes, only draw, but after d4. Knight b4.
Okay, Alexei, that's way too
Yes,
too
it's
far, I guess, yeah?
yes, and finally it's a draw. So we have a lot of emotion here, but finally it's a draw. I did a bit afraid. You can analyze it also, but for me it's a bit unpractical. But interesting, of course, interesting. But if we need to find easy equal, we can take by pawn. Moment, where we have.
Queen c7 was easy quality, I think.
Yes. Queen is here. Yes, we have. Okay, I continue king f8 a bit. E6, g6. It's normal move. Just after knight h4, we play knight e7. No need to calculate a lot of lines. Just position. After castle, knight e5. Not worse. Not worse. If he do not play knight h4, maybe we are better. If castle, for example, we can play bishop d6, queen h4, and now just e5. And no need to place a Morphy style. J6. And one more options is queen c7, castle, g5. g4 is coming, a6 the best. We can take pawn, and now we change queens. And now very important pawn move, g4. But very simple. Knight h4, knight f6, and black is okay. Bishop b3, maybe after bishop b3. We have a lot of moves. I like b6. I like b6. Because if you take on e3, if e3 some problems with knight could be b6, just knight d2, king f7. Just position, no problem here. So it's more simple way for equalizing.
So you see, in the queen g4 variation, you need to be precise a few moves, especially f6 was key move for black.
Yes,
h5, f6. So some queen a5, queen b4 also idea, if you remember, against knight c3. So it was more positional, yeah. The other one you can check also on the file. It's also very well analyzed. But for now, let's say thank you for this nice lesson, also for these nice Morphy style sacrifices. And thank you for your attention, and see you very soon with the next lesson.
Yes, thank you very much. Goodbye.